My Lords, it is a great privilege to speak today in response to His Majesty's gracious speech, and it was a delight and privilege to hear the maiden speeches of the noble Lord Case, and of course that of my friend, the Right Reverend Prelate, the Bishop of St Edmundsbury and Ipswich. She and I share a commitment to justice, and I refer to my interest stated in the Register as Anglican Bishop for Prisons. My Lords, the gracious speech set out the government's ambition for the UK to be a country fair for all and a place where every child is included in the nation's highest aspirations. And in relation to energy, defence and economic security, specified taking decisions for the long term. This emphasis on both the child and the long term is vital. Looking at all legislation through the lens of the child would do better join up across government departments and would also bring clarity to a long-term holistic vision and resist short-termism. While we don't have a bill specifically on prisons, I would urge the government not to take its eye off the ball. We have made some progress with sentencing, but when looking at matters such as prison capacity, jury trials, court backlog, legal aid, etc., it is short-termism simply to act to try and fix an immediate crisis. There is an urgent need for a long-term plan which is effective and evidence-led. With regard to the police and the criminal justice system, the gracious speech referred to services the British people expect. But for far too long, we have let the public narrative and media headlines shape our penal policy. And it's therefore not surprising that too often our system leaves people stuck in cycles of reoffending, and we are not being courageous in acting on the evidence regarding what enables change and transformation. And our long-term vision must be about reducing offending and reoffending with a long-term aim of building stronger communities. It must be about investing in restorative rehabilitation, braver community alternatives, valued probation, and of course victim support, because we cannot be siloed in focusing either on offenders or on victims. And we must be clear on the purpose of prison. And we must put relationship at the heart of our legislation to enable the flourishing of individuals and communities within a diverse and vibrant society. Outside this chamber sits the statue of Queen Victoria, flanked by the statues of justice and mercy. As a Christian, I believe we must hold these together. Justice is about more than punishment. The gracious speech stated a desire for every child to fulfil their potential, yet we're constantly treating symptoms and not underlying issues. We need to take adverse childhood experiences seriously and pay attention to nurturing healthy relationship, which begins in childhood. And we need to address all that underlies so much offending. Incidentally, this also does connect with the government's commitment to halving violence against women and girls. To conclude, if we want a country that is fair for all, we must resist siloed and short-term fixes, not least in relation to criminal justice. I urge the government to be courageous in thinking long-term to ensure safe and flourishing communities. And of course, that begins with the flourishing of every child within a network of healthy relationships.